Think about this for a second. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Not just going through the motions or getting by, but genuinely excited, filled with passion. If it's been a while, then maybe, just maybe, you've been settling for average. The truth is, too many people live their lives stuck in the middle, comfortable enough not to want change, but unsatisfied enough to feel a constant itch. They say good enough is good enough, but when you settle, you rob yourself of the extraordinary. Imagine a life where you wake up every day thrilled for what's ahead, not dreading the grind. That life is out there, but you have to refuse to settle to get it. Think of average like a crowded highway during rush hour. Everyone's moving at the same speed, following the same path, bumper to bumper. Sure, you'll get to your destination eventually, but you're crawling, and every moment feels like a drag. The extraordinary life is like taking the side road, the one most people ignore because it's unpredictable, a little risky. But it's also the one with the scenic views, the fresh air, and the chance to feel alive again. Why stay in the traffic when there's a road that offers so much more? Settling for average is like accepting the traffic as your reality. You know it's tedious, but you stay there because it's familiar. But what if you veered off? What if you took the risk and discovered something greater? See, comfort zones are like quicksand. The more you settle in, the harder it is to escape. Take a moment and think about the stories that inspire you. Are they about people who played it safe, or are they about those who took risks, who pushed beyond what seemed possible? Think of an athlete who wakes up at 4 a.m. to train, rain or shine, while the rest of the world sleeps. That's someone who refuses to settle. Or an entrepreneur who risks it all, fails, and rises again, only to build an empire that others said was impossible. These people weren't born extraordinary, they chose it. They decided they weren't going to accept average, and they were willing to endure the discomfort, the sleepless nights, and the uncertainty because they knew the life they truly wanted was on the other side. Here's where it gets interesting. Average is sneaky. It disguises itself as safe as the responsible choice. It's that voice in your head that says, maybe it's too risky, or maybe this is all you'll ever achieve. It's the friend who says, why are you trying so hard? But let's interrupt that pattern for a second. Imagine if someone said, why are you trying so little? Why is average acceptable when excellence is achievable? The truth is, the world is full of people who want to drag you back to average because that's where they feel safe. But you don't have to stay there. You have the power to break free, to choose a different path, even if it means walking alone for a while. But the journey won't be easy. There's a reason most people settle for average. It's comfortable. The real work happens when you step beyond that comfort. Picture a sculptor working with a block of marble. At first, it's just a rough, unformed stone, but with every strike of the hammer, it starts to take shape. The sculptor has a vision, and he knows that if he settles, if he stops, all he's left with is a half-finished work. But he keeps going, chipping away, until the masterpiece emerges. That's life. If you settle too soon, you'll never see the full beauty of what you can become. You have to be willing to keep chiseling, even when your hands are tired, even when it feels like progress is slow. You might be wondering, what if I fail? But let me flip that question. What if you succeed? What if that risk you've been too afraid to take leads to everything you've ever wanted? You see, failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. The difference between those who live average lives and those who don't is that the latter embrace failure as a lesson, as a stepping stone. They understand that without the risk of failure, there's no reward. Settling is the safer option, but it's also the one that guarantees you'll never experience the thrill of reaching your full potential. And here's the thing, the pain of discipline, the discomfort of taking risks, and the fear of failure are all temporary. Regret? That's permanent. Think about it, what's worse? The temporary discomfort of going after your dreams, or the lifelong regret of knowing you didn't even try. Average keeps you locked in a cage, while the extraordinary sets you free. It's time to break out of that cage. Imagine years from now, looking back at your life. What kind of story do you want to tell? One of missed opportunities and settling for just okay? Or one of bold moves, risks taken, and a life lived on your terms? The choice is yours. If you've made it this far, you're already different. You're already someone who doesn't just accept the status quo. Now it's time to take action. Don't just watch this video and move on to the next. Take this as a sign to start living a life that excites you, that challenges you, that pushes you beyond average. If you're ready to take the leap, to choose excellence over mediocrity, check out the next video on my channel. It's designed to show you practical steps to break out of the cycle and elevate your life. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you don't settle. Average may be common, but greatness is rare. The question is, which one will you choose?